We've just been given the names of 2 of the 3 men who died earlier today at the Daedalus nuclear power plant. They are James O'Neill, 47, of Babylon, Clay Island, who we are told was a quality assurance engineer, and Thomas Langhorne, 28, a maintenance worker. Both men were in the reactor building at the time of the accident. A third man, a volunteer fireman, has not yet been identified, although we are told that he died of a heart attack. And I understand now that we have John Tilford live somewhere near the power plant. John, exactly where are you?
News of the evacuation has spread like wildfire. The mood at this intersection, I'm at Route 29 and County Road 39 in Calverton, is much like that of an intersection in Manhattan during rush hour. Although there is a very visible police contingent down the way, nobody seems to be paying any attention to traffic signals, and there's a very great lack of control here. In the past few minutes, we've seen cars careening over shoulders at very high speeds, and people just seem to be... What? Oh, something's going on up here. It looks like some kind of a conflict. I think one car has hit another, and of course... Oh, excuse me. It's a fight.
What's going on here?
Sir.
Is this TV?
Is everybody all right?
Everything's fine. My truck's not all right.
You okay?
Check out my truck, man. Take to the truck, huh? Hey, I'll see you later, pal.
Well, because nobody's moving anywhere, everybody is very upset at this point, as you can see. Way up the road, I'd say a mile, 2 or 3 miles at least that I can see, there's nothing happening at all as far as
John, fuses
movement.
are pretty short out there.
What?
I said that the evacuation is having problems.
Yes, Colin, that's correct. I've been mainly at this intersection. I've been up and down the road here just a little bit, but I haven't ventured too far from this particular intersection. We do have some other problem areas up the island. The North Country Road is totally gridlocked at this point. The Jericho Turnpike up the island is at a complete standstill, and the Clay Island Expressway is not moving much at all, if at all. It is the primary means of egress for most of the island residents within this 5-mile radius of the Daedalus plant. I think we better leave this traffic alone at this point.
Updating the situation, a limited 5-mile radius evacuation has been called for by the county because of an accident at the Daedalus nuclear power plant. If you do live within 5 miles of the Daedalus plant, we are advising you now to leave the area as quickly but safely as possible. And we understand that it is possible to leave the area of the power plant by the east side of the plant. According to the reports that we have, almost no one is doing this, and that's a fairly easy route. Now this.
To quickly recap for those just joining us, there has been an accident at the Daedalus nuclear power station. We do not know at this time the severity of the accident. 2 workers and a volunteer fireman have died. They were in the reactor area. A limited evacuation has been called for. Police and firemen have responded to the plant and surrounding area. Traffic in the area has come to a standstill. There's much confusion at this time. CVCN News mobile units have been covering the story as it happens. There apparently has been one shooting fatality and another shooting just witnessed on CVCN. We will continue to keep you informed. Colin?
Thank you, Kendra. We understand that a team of SEMA specialists have just arrived at the plant. SEMA is the State Emergency Management Agency, and that agency exists to oversee and manage responses to emergency and evacuation procedures at nuclear power plants. We are told that SEMA is made up of private sector scientists, engineers, and other experts who are totally familiar with nuclear power plants. Although SEMA's members are private consultants to the energy industry, they have the full backing and power of the state when responding to an emergency such as this. understand now, apparently there has been an altercation at the Palco headquarters, and Dr. William Harris has just struck a reporter. We'll be switching back over there as quickly as possible. But do you have something for us, Kendra?
Yes, Colin, we will be switching out to Tom Walsh, who is in the plant area, but right now there's a little confusion out there. Is in a neighborhood that is still trying to evacuate. While we have a delay, there's two things that struck me in the interview with Dr. Schulman and Rita. One being that the cause is still unknown of these fires, and two, that it is still, quote, a possibility of a shutdown?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know. We don't have that information yet. We are told that a shutdown procedure is in effect right now, that a limited evacuation is in effect, but we just don't have any confirmation that the shutdown has completely taken place.
But as confusing as this can be...
Well, just a moment, Kendra, but I do understand we do have Tom Walsh now, so we'll be switching over to him. Tom?
This is Kelly McGrath. I found her playing outside just a few minutes ago. She had been in her room playing while her babysitter was watching television. What happened, sweetheart?
Marilyn left me.
I can only speculate, but I imagine her babysitter heard about the evacuation and left her behind. Do you know where your parents are?
Is Marilyn gonna get in trouble?
No, of course not, sweetheart. Marilyn is her babysitter. Do you know where your parents are?
No, I think they're at work. Do you?
Don't worry about it. We'll find them. Colin and Kendra, we've been all over this neighborhood and we can't find anyone. Kelly's the only person who's shown up so far, and we're going to get her back to the studio right now. Back to you.
Thank you, Tom, and I hope we'll see both of you back here real soon. Colin?
Thank you, Kendra. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to apologize and explain that we have been experiencing some minor technical difficulties. Well, quite frankly, we've been caught completely off guard with this extended coverage of the incident at the Daedalus nuclear power plant. We've also just learned that the family of our director, Paul Castarini, has been involved in a serious automobile accident, and Paul is on his way to the hospital right now. We hope everything is okay with Lisa and the children. And now we're going back to Brenda Kenyon, who's at the Palco headquarters where there's been an altercation. Brenda?
Colin, Kendra, Dr. William Harris has just lost his poise. After the formal statement, there was quite a bit of confusion. Many reporters trying to get more information. Dr. Harris just did not anticipate the intensity of the questioning. If you look at the videotape, you can see what happened. That reporter was Eric Simmons from Cable News Network. I can only guess what precipitated Dr. Harris's assault. Quite honestly, there is a massive confusion here. This is Brenda Kenyon, CBCN News.
And now this.